All right, we're back in Bandit. Going after level, what, level 17? Yeah, to get to level 18. Let's do some hacking. All right. So remember when we got the stuff to get into level 17, it was an SSH key, not a password. All right. So I'm here in my OverTheWire directory, and we can just log in using the SSH key. So we're going to SSH, -I, because we're going to use an SSH key. OverTheWire, SSH key 17.private. And it's already set up. And let's see, we're doing port 2220. Bandit 17 at bandit.labs. All right. We're in. Okay. So we're going on 17 into Bandit level 18. So we're trying to solve level 18. Now what it says here, there's two files in the home directory, passwords.old and passwords.new. The password for the next level is in passwords.new, and this part is probably cut off for you, is the only line that can be changed between passwords.old and passwords.new. So in other words, you've got two files. They probably have a list of passwords in them. One of those lines has changed, and the line that was changed in passwords.new, that's the password to get in. Okay. Now it's interesting here. It says if you've solved this level and you see bye-bye when trying to log into Bandit 18, this is related to the next level, Bandit 19. Okay. And then of course it's got, the lines here, or the commands here, right, that we can use. So diff is an important one. Now, if you remember, cat is what we use to concatenate, to actually show what's in the file, right? So I can cat passwords.new. Those are all the passwords in passwords.new, and same with passwords.old. Yep. Okay. Let's clear this out real quick. So basically, between those two files, which has got a litany of different random passwords, one of those lines has been changed. And diff is actually a command we can use to compare two files. I've done this before. So you can look at the man page for diff, and diff basically, it compares files line by line. Whoops. There we go. So you put in diff, any of the options you want, and then the two different files. Okay. Now here's the thing. We don't need to put in any extra tags. This is really simple and it's really easy. So we're just going to do diff passwords.new and passwords.old. And right there, you can see the two different lines. This arrow, when it's pointed this way, it's referring to the first file. When it's pointed that way, it's referring to the second file. So this was the original line in the second file, and this is the new line in the passwords.new file. So this is actually our password. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to stop clicking around like an idiot. I've already clicked around on you once like an idiot. I'm going to exit, and we're going to try to log into Bandit 18. And it's port 2220, I remember. If any of you are yelling at me, just calm down. All right, now I'm going to copy the password in there. Now, this is interesting. It didn't log us in, right? So basically, it did. It actually logged us in. I put in the password and it said, "Welcome to OverTheWire," just like it usually does. And we got in, but then it immediately said, "Bye-bye." The connection was closed. Now, remember what it said over here. If you've solved this level and you see bye-bye when trying to log into Bandit 18, this is related to the next level, Bandit 19. So we got in, we solved it, great. When we get into solving 18 to be able to get to 19, that's when that'll come to play. But bye-bye is supposed to happen. So basically we solved the level. And that's all it takes.